Yo, what's good with my Pearl family, man? I hope y'all got them roll, because you know I got a lineup for you today. So we're going to start off with the TikTok kickback. Make sure I'm going to give you time to roll it, you know what I'm saying? Get in tune. We're going to start off with IMQF. Y'all go check out IMQF, man. Yeah, I got mine together today. I got mine ready to go today. So, yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off.
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know what's going on in this video. Maybe like we're merging into a different timeline, y'all, because this is weird. This is somewhere in Africa. This guy was walking by these people, and I don't know if these people are in another dimension or they're using some type of cloaking technology. But do you guys see, can you guys see that? You can see shadows of somebody moving, but they're like they're cloaked. They're like another pocket. Some type of dimensional pocket. I remember there was a video of an African gentleman selling some type of cloaking technology, and I'm looking and there's a lot of Africans that have this type of technology, y'all. What, y'all see this? So yeah, I'm looking on TikTok and there's a lot of them that's selling this like it's their job, y'all. I think this was the original video that went viral. Y'all see that he's literally holding some type of cloaking blanket, just like they showed us in Harry Potter, y'all. You can't see them. So do you think that's what's happening in this video over here? Because these people don't even look like they're holding anything. And I know there's a lot of weird things happening on the planet. So is this phone tapping into another frequency? Because they do have different phones out there than us. First the pyramids activating in Egypt, and now some Harry Potter stuff is happening in Africa. But I have a feeling it's gonna get a lot more weird, y'all. Let me know how you guys feel about this video. Let's continue to get it. The shift is here. Peace in.
If that's real and they selling it, I want one. Immediately.
ये देखो अभी भी धरती पे मौजूद है गणेश जी का वाहन यानी मूसक राज। ये वीडियो ज्यादा ज्यादा लोगों को शेयर करो और ऐसी जानकारी के लिए मुझे फॉलो करो।
Baunya.
Don't you hate when an ad interrupts your video?
Kind of like this one.
That's why you need Pi, so you don't see us. Let me lay it out for you. Pi is a free browser extension that
The toes though. The toes though, bro. I'm not a foot person. That do give me them creepy vibes.
Hold up. So they say they was in space for how long? I'm sorry, but y'all really expect me to believe that this whole space trip took less than 10 minutes? Come on now. Here they go, once again, playing right in our face. And people just eat that shit up. So you mean to tell me they launched these women into space, they unbuckle their seatbelt, get to float around or whatever, look through that tiny ass window, see space, and then make it back down within that time frame that they showed? Nah, I don't think so. But what's wild to me is Blue Origin said that this is a 10-minute mission, but the landing post came back 7 or 8 minutes after launch saying that they welcomed them back. They came back successfully. So something's not adding up. The math is definitely not mathing. And then they want to show us footage from outside the capsule. I want to see the footage from inside the capsule. I want to see them up in space. I want to see them floating around, talking, looking, pointing out that little window, saying, oh my God, we made it. Something. Don't show the outside, show the inside cam. Show when they're going up, when they're up, and when they're coming down. So until I see inside that capsule of all the footage of them going up, coming down, floating around, doing all that, etc., 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 y'all can kiss my, because I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it.
Hey, we need more proof, man.
Have y'all seen this right here? It looks downright apocalyptic here in the Middle East, in Iraq, and other parts. They are all seeing red, and there's thousands of people going to the hospital because they cannot breathe. And you know I do not believe in coincidences, so I believe that everything happening in the Middle East right now may be bringing this upon them. Because this same exact scene and imagery popped up in New York, you remember? When they were promoting that very demonic, Diablo or whatever, I think it was Diablo or something like that, whatever, some demonic game popped up. They were pushing it really hard. And all of a sudden, all of New York was orange and red. This right here is when it first started moving in, and the news was covering it like crazy because it is way worse than they ever have it. We'll get to the heads buried in the sand, good pun, later. This is another scene that was caught around the Middle East. It was everywhere, just all red. And to prove that these waves of color in sand are not coincidental, when the same thing in New York happened again, they said it was the Canada fires that were causing it, but then we were able to see live images of Canada from that same time, and there was no fire. So what really caused it to be red in New York?
Come on, dude, it's always red.
Are you serious? Do you not see this? People will always deliberately ignore all the signs until that door closes.
What y'all think caused it?
I don't know, gang. I was talking with somebody. It's like they was talking about they think they did that space situation maybe them for 10 minutes just to keep our attention on something else. But I mean that's usually how I go though. That's usually how I go. They put something over here, so we want to look over here. That's usually what they be doing.
I want y'all to know how this earth used to be and how it's going to be pretty soon. Yeah, we doing it, exposing Avatar. Because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. And they seem to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Navi people were very, very tall. And so was nature, all the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth, 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans. Because who was these steps for? I'm not just making this up. Also in the movie there were big, tall, giant trees. You know on Earth the mountains that look like they cut off trees? Now in this movie they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar? Now, all around the planet, there are these tall people on the walls, and they call them gods and giants and all types of things. What if all of these advanced beings who are called gods in different religions were just highly advanced beings in the past? And in the past, these people who are saying them call them gods. DNA is capable of. So these humans want what these highly intelligent beings have. So they invaded and took advantage of the people.
A normal day in Australia, I already know this about to be different because Australia is like planet Earth. See what I'm talking about? Like, why is there a koala just chilling in the bedroom? Australia is crazy. You got a kangaroo just hopping down the suburban streets on a sunny day. What's going on here? I don't even want to know what's going on. Oh my God, absolutely not. Why is that spider so big? And how is he so calm doing that?
Boy, Vegas, boy, I was doing Amazon, boy. Mountain lions just chilling in somebody's driveway, boy. Boy, you think I'm finna get out the car? Your package ain't making it, bro.
You got a snake tangled up in the ceiling fan. Like, I could never live like this. This is oh! I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't
talking about 2 mountain lions just looking at me like 1, 2 in the morning, walking around like it's they hood, boy.
scared. I wasn't scared. That just caught me off guard a little bit. You got Batman trying to sneak in the window. Like, how do people live out here? Baby kangaroo wants all the smoke. You going for a nice walk, baby kangaroo trying to fight. Australia is crazy. What's going on here? Walk in the kitchen, come home, and this is another baby kangaroo in your kitchen, invading your space. This is crazy. What we got here? Let's see. What is that? Oh my God. See, like, nah, I couldn't do this. What is that? Could y'all live in Australia? Because I could never.
They just got random animals in the green.
YouTube Ads is made for your business. Bring your
So my people in Australia, do y'all really experience stuff like this? I can see the kangaroos because I know y'all got kangaroos there, but like this last clip, something wiggling on the floor. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that a beaver behind the couch? Like the spiders, they be getting in your house. Like all that, was all this true? What's real? What's fake? I'm curious. I'm curious. Let me know.
About slavery and like that.
Oh, slavery never happened.
What?
It never happened. It never happened. It never happened. Listen, all they did was they defeated the Moors. Well, after they like backdoored the Moors and like that, they act like slavery happened. So they killed everybody and they woke you up and told you, this you free. They woke you up and told you was free, but you was never a slave. Oh, and they sold 4,000 years when they was at it. You don't know. But when we woke up, all the noses was shot off, the city was different. But you was so stupid because they told you that all these pyramids was built by only had rocks and bricks and like this. So you was just stupid. They just told you that shit. You went for it.
So
technology been around. They just give it to you a little bit at a time. They stole 4,000 years. Right? So if I steal 4,000 years, I give it to you a little bit at a time. That's why you like get the iPhone, the 13 come out, next thing the 14. I ain't used the 13 yet because they got 30 of them done already. Right. Shout out to Elon Musk. Yeah, the world in the tree.
Man, that gorilla glue in the OG boy. Ooh-wee. Shout out IMQF, bro. We're going to go ahead and check out a couple minutes of Dre OG TikToks. And then we're going to get into the nitty gritty with Black Balloons and Call Me Kinfolk.
I'll be on the trade now.
Hold up.
I'll be on the trade
Hold up. Michael B. Jordan? I knew it. What? I knew it. Ain't no way.
Tell us who you play and who's the better brother.
I play Stack, and of course, I'm the better brother. You know, I'm a little bit more ambitious. I can dress a lot better, as you can see, and a bit more of a charmer and talker. I get the business done.
No way.
You know, son, just gotta take them damn shades on. Business, boy, can't even count. I'm clearly the better brother.
It's not a game. It's CL time. So that's the name of his new movie with his twin brother. Sinners? Oh, no, you didn't. You know how it goes down in HW, guys. 2 for 1 special. This is going to be an interesting movie. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting everybody know that Michael B. Jordan is now coming out with a new movie called Sinners. And he seems to have somebody in the movie that looks just like him. Maybe his twin brother or it's just special effects. You know how they do. Get ready. Michael B. Jordan is one of my favorite actors. Let's not forget that. This dude can act for real. So now I'm wondering who's going to act better, him or his twin brother? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
They placed it on their foreheads, and seconds later, their eyes turned white. The Nubin, a small device placed on the temple, is a new obsession on TikTok. Once activated, you can access games, communicate mentally with other users, and some even claim to see the future. No need for a phone. Everything happens in your head. People claim to have heard voices, seen their own weddings, or spoken with alternate versions of themselves. One user reports playing a game for 18 hours straight without ever moving, just with their thoughts.
That gotta be fake. It gotta be for some type of movie or something, right? Because this is getting way too close to Neuralink, right? Y'all think that's the mark of the beast? I don't know. It look like some Black Mirror stuff to me. I'm just waiting for the new episode to drop. You know, I'm just gonna watch from the curiosity in my own crib. I wouldn't dare put that shit on my head.
Another says he received a mental ad for a drink he'd never tasted. Still others have reportedly glimpsed their own funeral in a level 6 newbine cutscene. The company claims everything is under control, but some report side effects, including migraines, confusion, memory loss, and mental hacking, because once logged in, it's impossible to tell if you're playing or being the game. People would have tried to remove it by force, but Nubin whispers to their brains, "Stay a little longer." You put it on your forehead, or you run away while you still can.
Wait, you're telling me Earth was harvested generations ago, and we're just survivors of a world that doesn't even exist anymore?
I mean, hell yeah. The Earth you think you know. It's a simulation, a digital reconstruction designed to keep us calm.
No, that's insane. I've walked the streets, felt the sun on my skin.
Fabricated. Every memory, every sensation, programmed. We're not on a planet. We're drifting, floating in deep space, locked inside escape pods. We left Earth a long time ago.
That's impossible. If this was true, why don't we remember?
Because they wiped it. They put us in hyperbolic sleep chambers and fed us this illusion, a hyper-realistic, digitally rendered world that mimics Earth, just so we wouldn't panic.
But, you know, how?
Have dual-side access. I can break the simulation. I can wake everyone up.
Wait, just like that? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Brother, they're asleep. They don't even know exists. You think they'll choose to wake up?
I've seen this before. I hate me going crazy.
Someone got clear footage of a triangular building from Area 51, and it looks like a new fucking monolith just dropped. A day ago, someone was able to access the space over Area 51 using a satellite, and they came up with the most outrageous picture of a massive monolith I think we will ever see. I'm calling it a monolith because that is what that looks like. And if you know anything about last year, they found so many monoliths in the fucking desert. And look at how tall this is. Everyone's saying, how can you get this picture? You're not allowed to fly over Area 51. Someone quite literally used a satellite to get this image. They're calling them eye-eagled users on the internet, and they have spotted this triangular tower located in Area 51. And this is on Google Earth. They're reporting that this actually is a triangular tower in Area 51, which is a military base deep in the Nevada desert. We all know what that is, and that is highly classified. The fact that nothing is surrounding this one large monolith, I'm gonna call it a monolith, I'm sorry, has me believing that Area 51 is actually underground like most people first thought it was. Imagine the shit under here. Imagine. And as you can see, there is proof that this video is from the Nevada desert where Area 51 is. Everything that is going on with politics, the geopolitical tension, AI, I really think this is where we need to figure out what is there. Like, this is the base for a lot of things that are coinciding within our geopolitical environment. Aliens have been here and trying to communicate, and after seeing the video in Russia where they're literally shooting at something that looks like an alien craft and it goes silent, I think aliens are trying to tell us where they are 100%. Because before you could not access this, and all of a sudden you can. They are trying to tell us to come fucking get them so they can save the planet.
Look, y'all, how y'all feeling about that? There was a theory that there is a big AI outside of this, outside of the firmament, and they're stealing our energy, man. Let me know what y'all think is happening in the comments down below. Is our energy being usurped or something?
I don't know what to believe now.
Is there something out there that's trying to make contact with us? I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all say in the comments down below, but we're gonna keep rolling. It's gonna get more lit.
They else think it's crazy that over the last 200 years, the government in corporate America has dug up every single plant that grows fruits and vegetables, passed laws to discourage gardening, removed the gardens from all the homes, made people start to pay for food because they realized that the less time you have to spend taking care of yourself, the more time you can spend being a slave. And also, the fact that everywhere you go and you see trees for miles, those are all male trees. And they planted male trees so that there wouldn't be any fruit to grow on them, so that you would have to pay for it. No, just me.
Take your children out to school. I'm a former educator of 24 years. They stopped teaching them years ago. You just didn't know. Yeah, that's true. You just didn't know. Education went to hell years ago. They taught them compliance. They stopped teaching them to think. Analytical thought went out the window with state exams. Those state exams are just being used to track your children, to determine who's going to college, to train them, to support this godforsaken system, or the rest that's going elsewhere. They have pushed us into prison. I don't care how you look at it. If you're in corporate America, you're imprisoned by your lifestyle. If you're in the government, you're imprisoned by your job with good benefits. You understand? If you are on subsidy, you're imprisoned by your benefits. We have to get out their system, pull yourself out, pull your dollars out, and level it.
I hear, but it's like, no, you can do. Hey, this is Vegas, bro. It's definitely Vegas with that bus. What is it, though? Definitely Las Vegas.
So I'm here at a track meet in Nacogdoches, Texas at Stephen F. Austin University, waiting on my son to run. And I like taking pictures and videos of the moon. Are y'all seeing this? Do y'all see what I see? What in tarnation is going on here? I thought the moon was splitting in half. Do y'all see this?
Anybody ever seen that? It's right there. Are you kidding me right now? It's literally, it's landing on our house! It's landing on the house! Now, if that's not the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen, I don't know what is. There is the end of the frickin' rainbow. Right there. Has anybody ever seen that? It's right there. The end of the rainbow. Unbelievable. Do you see that?
Where the pot of gold?
The end of the rainbow! It's literally magical. Look at that. I only have one shoe on! Oh my gosh, it literally landed at our house. You can see both sides of the rainbow. How unreal is that? It's going away. Oh my gosh, it's
I always forget to push.
Slow for a
what the heck?
And it's not.
Whoa! What is that?
Oh, I got it on video, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I've got it on video.
Is that like a movie or something? What is that? That was pretty crazy.
Crazy in this Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina,
They like shot something out.
And it's right over us.
Oh my gosh.
And whatever it turned out, it's still.
It's getting bright again.
There's two of them. Fuck is that? They're not far. They're really close.
Turn on your videos, you guys.
Mom, you do it. You got it.
I got it.
She's got it.
They're really close. A drone could reach that high. Go get out of there. Go get your drone.
Yeah, shout out JOG Reacts, man. Y'all go subscribe to this channel. Check that out if y'all want to see the full video. Let me see what they're talking about with Adam. This man, I'm 22, bro.
Brick Baby is sitting in a jail cell awaiting his fate. He is facing serious charges that, if found guilty, could result in over a decade-long sentence. Even then, the man who is partly responsible for his demise doesn't seem to acknowledge the severity of the situation. Adam22 is still eagerly using his downfall for content, having him appear on his podcast from a jail cell.
So you ain't got your hands on any H since you've been in there?
What?
Hey, man.
No, no.
Hey, y'all be careful y'all get on no jumper, bro. Y'all messing with Adam22, bro.
No.
No. Hey, look, in the feds, in the government, man, please, they love to raid my cell first cash app.
That's why you got to keep it in your stash spot.
He has decided to turn the No Jumper Rico into a prison-style reality show, where fans can watch Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, the stars of the show, lose their freedom in real time, all while Adam collects the attention and revenue from it. The worst part of all of this is that Adam claims he's close friends with Brick Baby, but it's clear that Brick Baby is just an instrument for Adam to collect views. Now that Brick Baby is in jail, the only time Adam answers his calls is when he's live and he's able to monetize it.
But sometimes you come across good friends, you know what I mean, that do the right thing.
Yeah, man, feel me?
Everybody ain't right over there, though. I've been texting somebody, man, mom hit me back.
Who? In the No Jumper building?
Man.
Is it Adam?
Oh, man, the phone breaking up.
Since the beginning of his career, Adam has been labeled a culture vulture whose only purpose in hip-hop is to exploit the culture. Now, this has not only been confirmed with the Rico, but it appears is way worse than people thought. And in this video, I will prove that Adam was purposely steering his close friend Brick Baby into his own demise since the very beginning. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about Adam, a selfish, backstabbing, slithering snake who uses everyone around him for his gain. He has no loyalty to anyone and has infiltrated hip-hop to exploit it and monetize it. He is willing to deceive his own fans and literally scam them, as Adam was recently called out for promoting a crypto scam in which he made thousands of dollars off by scamming his fans.
Adam22, the podcaster, just pump and dumped his fans after being warned by me that this would happen.
I'm 22, and I am coming to the crypto world, dropping my first ever meme coin. So make sure you stay tapped in. It's dropping on Solana ASAP.
So, in good faith, I reached out. I said, hey, you shouldn't run a coin. It's lame, and you're gonna scam or get scammed. Adam22 says, how else am I gonna afford all this Galaxy gas? I say, hey, these guys want to snipe your coin. He said, I don't care. I just got paid to do the tweet. I have nothing to do with it. Oh, really, Adam22? I thought you just said, I'm going to launch my meme coin. I'm going to launch the biggest meme coin on Solana. You don't know you have nothing to do with the tweet?
Or even like his latest stunt, where he made a video claiming that No Jumper was going broke, only doing this so he can validate firing his staff, and then also to ask his fans to join his YouTube paid membership so he can make more money.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke.
Adam is a man who seems to have no moral compass and is willing to do just about anything for content. Adam has done every single demeaning thing you can possibly imagine for views. When his channel was tanking and No Jumper was failing, Adam didn't try to make better content to fix this. He decided it would be better to pimp out his own wife for views instead, announcing to the world that his wife was filming an adult film with another man and encouraging his fans to pay to watch it. When the attention he got from this started to expire, he decided to take his wife sleeping with another man to whole new levels, crafting an entire reality TV show revolving around men competing for a chance to win the opportunity to sleep with his wife and make a film together. It had to be one of the most self-demeaning sellout moves ever done for views I have ever seen. But even with these stunts, things kept getting worse and worse for Adam, as his platform was starting to fail quickly. This led him to keep taking things to new lows, eventually even coming up with the idea to pretend to be gay for content, but that didn't work out really well for him. None of those attempts were really working in reviving his channel. These stunts would get him a few days of attention, but when people realized his content is still garbage, they would just stop watching. The only thing that seemed to get Adam views nowadays was covering LA gang drama. In the last few years, Adam had shifted from interviewing SoundCloud or underground rappers to instead interviewing LA gang members that were trying to be rappers, which was rather interesting considering that Adam is a white man from New Hampshire and grew up far, far away from the LA gang lifestyle. Still, he decided to fully position himself in the middle of the LA dangerous gang scene. He realized that whenever he managed to get his guests to engage in a brawl or get a gang member to snitch on themselves on a show, he got a lot of views from it. So it became common for Adam to invite gang members on his platform and then ask them really incriminating questions in hopes that they would snitch on themselves. This became Adam's new way of exploiting hip-hop culture, inviting rappers and gang members onto his platform and then asking them incriminating questions hoping for an incriminating answer. Now I know that these gang members should know better and not answer questions that would incriminate them, but the fact that Adam is only inviting them on to snitch on themselves and keeps pushing the questions on the guests makes it hard not to. There are countless examples online of Adam inviting rappers he knows are involved in criminal activities and then asking those guests about the criminal activities.
So, okay, I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy shootout. What was that situation? Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. We is killing the ops for. I don't get no fuck. We is killing their ass for. So tell them we is killing them for. That's what we doing to the ops for. When they die, look at us. Yes.
But when you say we, you're not saying that you personally want to be involved in anything like this, right?
We, team, whatever you want to call it, we is killing their ass.
What's going on, Ice Burgundy? You still hang out with him?
Yeah, that's my big bro.
It said you met him pimping in Texas?
Yeah.
Explain.
You already had this explanation on our last interview.
Did I? It's been a while.
You sound like the police, bro.
Yeah, stop playing with Bad Gang Lonnie, boy. That's my boy. Stop playing with him, bro.
It's been said in other
You
interviews.
get life for pimping.
Really?
Yeah, that's just for future reference. Don't ever
playing with
ask
Bad
nobody
Gang, bro.
about pimping. For real.
Definitely. I did want to ask this, is you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online, between you and Mo3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
Nah, I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you give Vlad an answer like that at one point, too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
Proving that the only reason he has them on the show is because of their criminal activities, not their music. We know this because he would already have questions and leading questions to try to trick the guests into telling on themselves.
The cops ask me about y'all all the time. I don't tell them nothing.
What was this?
I had the Chicago PD on my line earlier asking me if I could get some information about you guys behind the scenes.
Literally structuring the interview like a police interrogation in hopes of extracting a self-snitching moment. This is truly strange because Adam is supposed to be a music journalist, not a police interrogator. While I agree that it is on the guests not to snitch on themselves, it should also be on the interviewer not to ask incriminating questions, as any morally based person wouldn't purposely try to convince someone to get themselves in trouble. If Adam is a hip-hop journalist, shouldn't more of his questions be related to the artist and their music? Instead, he's asking questions that have nothing to do with music, but about their real street criminal activities that should be kept off the internet. All you have to do is pay attention to the questions in his interviews. Most of them aren't focused on an artist's career at all. When he asks his questions about music, he's doing it in preparation to ask him questions to snitch on themselves. His question format proves he isn't interested in them as an artist or their music. He's only interested in their street drama so he can use it and exploit it, clearly indicating that Adam doesn't care about the culture at all. He never did. If you don't see anything wrong with a so-called hip-hop journalist that only invites rappers to make them snitch on themselves, then I don't know what to tell you. To me, it's clearly predatory that he uses those people's serious issues to make money. What's truly sick is that while Adam 22 at the same time is promoting gang culture, he's then getting those same gang members in trouble, which he then monetizes even more. He wins in all aspects when you think about it. While it's already bad enough that Adam only invites rappers on his platform with the goal to get them to snitch on themselves, it's 100 times worse when he does the very same thing to someone he calls his friend. Adam22 has stated several times that he is close friends with his co-host Brick Baby. He has said on his podcast that he has been friends with Brick Baby for many years.
All I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is, so.
Yet, he has sacrificed Brick Baby for content. There are several examples of Brick Baby being used for content on the No Jumper channel. Many times that Brick has snitched on himself in a fit of rage, where Adam doesn't even try to warn his friend, or even better yet, just cut out the part of the live stream where he's snitching on himself. Instead, Adam chooses to highlight all the times Brick snitched on himself by clipping the video and posting it on his Clips channel. For example, like this infamous video where Brick was heated because Adam22 was using his real street drama for content. Brick gets emotional during this video and fully incriminates himself during the podcast, while the whole time Adam is sitting in the room with him. Instead of Adam being a friend like he claims he is to Brick and trying to calm his close friend down, or even trying to stop him from incriminating himself, he instead lets him crash out, then clips the crash out and titles it, Brick Baby crashes out midstream and leaves to fight someone. Clearly, this shows that Adam isn't only a bystander, but he is using these moments for clicks and views. What's truly ironic is that in this video, Brick Baby is complaining about his street issues being used for content on No Jumper, while Adam22 is literally posting this rant for content. This is only one of the examples proving that Adam doesn't care at all about Brick Baby. He doesn't see him as a friend like he claims, but just another person he is taking advantage of for his gain. What's truly messed up about this is that this crash out is actually listed in the RICO indictment word for word, with the indictment literally quoting Brick Baby saying that he will put a kill squad in the streets. Another situation that clearly shows Adam using Brick is when Brick Baby literally walks off the show after telling Adam to drop an incriminating conversation he was having. In this video, Adam asked Brick Baby about the Big U murder victim, claiming that Brick was telling people that Big U did it. Brick denies it and tells Adam to drop the conversation, but Adam instead calls Whack 100, who continues to push the narrative. When Brick threatened to leave the live stream, Adam ignored them and continued to talk about the incriminating information, forcing Brick to walk away furious.
Bro, I'm not finna talk about, listen, I'm not talking about big, listen, Adam.
I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no murder.
Wait, I just want to hear, let's hear what 600 says.
I'm cool on that, cuz y'all doing some shit, get politics in the
All right, Break's walking away.
This is a clear example that it's not always the people Adam has on that are self-snitching. It's also Adam leading the conversation trying to get people to snitch on themselves. There are many moments on the podcast that Brick incriminates himself that was listed in the indictment, and Adam gladly used it all for content. Like this video that was released the day before the indictment was filed. In this video, Brick Baby is doing a podcast with his known enemy Loose Cannon. Brick, for clearly stupid reasons, decided to bring a weapon to the podcast that he had tucked in his pants. In many parts of the live stream, Brick's weapon is visible to the camera, which people then noticed and started posting all over the internet, calling him out for it. Even after people were pointing this out and it went viral, Adam didn't think to bring the video down or clip out the part. He used this again for attention for his new video. This part of the video is once again listed in the indictment, which is really bad for Brick because he was being investigated for weapon charges already.
Hey, y'all better watch out for Adam, boy. Niggas be trying to get on and get an interview with him. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna check out a few minutes of this. Check out a little Kempo video. He talking about the dude from France, Matthew Perry. Let me check out a few minutes of this real quick. See what he talking about.
Friends.
Shout out,
starring Jennifer Aniston, right? So without further ado, man, we gonna tap in and we gonna see what's going on. Now, first and foremost, when we discuss this video, we have to talk about Murder by Numbers. Now, this was a movie that came out in about 2002, starring Sandra Bullock. Now, if you pay attention to the cover, it says murder by numbers. Now, you might notice the number 3 and the number 8 strategically placed on the cover. Now, what's interesting about that is if we actually take the word murder and we add up the letters, right, in its respective ciphers, we actually get the number 38 in the reverse reduction cipher. So this movie showed us right in front of our faces that this is being applied, man, and this is what's going on. So let's explore the number 38 in this situation. Now, first and foremost, actor Matthew Perry passed away on October 28th. Now, when we take that date numerology, October being the 10th month and the 28th day, adding that together, we get 38 date numerology that he passed away on. Keep in mind the words killing and the word death also equal 38. Now, come on. Because it's also interesting what he's most known for.
Hey, the reason why I really came across this and I wanted to show this because it's not because I've been showing rappers a lot of rappers lately. I mean, I probably did show an actor, Bernie Mac and all that, but it's like it's not just it's all around the entertainment industry. It ain't just rappers. It's not like that, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's bigger than all of them.
The role of Chandler,
whatever's going on,
the word Chandler equals 38 as well. So this is why he was the one to pass away from the show. You have to keep in mind that in these sitcoms, it's always somebody that has an untimely death. And it's always one special person that blows up out of everybody else on the cast, right? Now from Friends, now we have the ritual complete for the television sitcom show Friends. Now we have Jennifer Aniston, that was the star that blew up from the show, and then we have one person that always get left in the dust, right? So now we have learned that Matthew Perry, who plays Chandler, has passed away from this show, and we can look at this same pattern in a number of sitcoms from the 90s, right? If we talk about Will Smith blowing up from Fresh Prince, and then Uncle Phil dying, right? We have Martin Lawrence blowing up from the Martin Show, and then Tommy Ford dying, right? We have Family Matters. What's his name? Jaleel White, right? Who played Steve Urkel, right? And then we have Myra, who passed away. We got the Moesha Show, where Moesha Brandy blew up from the Moesha Show, and about 3 or 4 actors passed away. Kobe Bryant had a cameo in that show. He passed away. We had Lamont Bentley. He passed away in a car. You know, his last name Bentley, right? And he passed away in a car accident, right? So we have several people from these sitcom shows that pass away at an early age. And it's always one person that blows up, and then it's one person that get left behind. But come on, man, let's continue, man. Let's continue diving in on this 38, man, because keep in mind, one of the friends, right? You know, friends is plural, but we speaking about one friend in particular, right? We talking about Chandler. So we even take the word friend, man. Even the word friend equal 38, just like the word sitcom equals 38 as well. And this individual from this sitcom passed away on 38 date numerology. But come on. Because even the last appearance that the character Chandler appeared in on the show Friends, the last appearance was on the episode The Last One, and the last one equals 38 as well. But come on, man.
That's crazy.
Come on. Because even if we take a look at, once again, the star from the show, Jennifer Aniston's birthday, if we break down her birth date numerology, she was actually born on 38 date numerology. But come on. Because even if we look at the cause of death of Matthew Perry, right? They said he reportedly drowned in a hot tub at his Los Angeles residence on Saturday. And when we look at the word drowned, we also get the number 38. So we have all the clues. We have all the clues that are pointing to murder by numbers. And if that's not enough for you, even going over to Matthew Perry's Instagram himself, he left many clues behind on his Instagram. Now, he left his Instagram behind with 83 posts remaining, just like the word drowned and murder, both equal 83 in the English language. Now, let's take a look at some of the last few posts from Matthew Perry. Oh, excuse me. But first, right, because we got this word drown, right? I forgot I slid this in here after I was done with it, right? Because I found something else. With this word drown, if we take this word drowned that we keep on getting, right? We get drowned, which equals 38, which is also the reflection, 83. Now, it's very interesting if we take Matthew Perry's day.
It's in different colors because it's in different ciphers. If you're not paying attention, you're like, oh, why is it the same number, same word, different numbers? It's different ciphers. You got to do your research on the different ciphers in Gematria.
That he drowned to Jennifer Aniston's next birthday. Now, Matthew Perry drowned 106 days before Jennifer Aniston's next birthday, just like Friend and Drown. Jennifer Aniston's friend drowned 106 days before her next birthday, just like the word friend and drown equals 106 in the English language backwards. But come on. Because Matthew Perry was telling you that his demise was coming. He knew that his demise was coming. All you have to do is look at his Instagram. Now, this is his 83rd post on Instagram with him in the jacuzzi. As you can see the moon, in the background. And this is exactly how he ended up dying. He ended up drowning on a day on a full moon. This is how he was sacrificed. He was used as an energy harvesting ritual. And he left behind the clues on his Instagram. He knew it was coming. Right? He would take videos and read his captions that he's leaving behind. He says, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And even people in the comments, this is 6 days ago. He was just pronounced dead last night. People was worried about him 5 days ago, 6 days ago. They knew what he was posting was abnormal. His fans that was tapped in, they asking, are you okay? Should we send for help? They knew he was calling for help. They knew he was. Let's keep on going. Right? Because now he took a picture of a pumpkin with the Batman symbol, carved out, and he once again, do you know what I mean? So he's trying to get your attention. He's trying to let you know that something's going on with him. And he's leaving out clues. If you've ever watched Batman, then you understand Gotham City. You understand that when Gotham City is in distress, they put up the bat signal to get Batman's attention, to let him know that he is his attention is immediately requested. You hear me? Somebody in trouble. That's what that bat signal mean. And he's putting up this same bat signal, letting his fans know that he need help. He was letting his fans know that he was in distress. Yeah, he knew it. He knew his time was coming. I don't know what he expected us to do about it, but he knew that his time was coming, right? But come on. Right? And last but not least, might I point out another post that he put up 7 days ago, last week, where he said Batman plays pickleball. Now, the thing about that word pickleball, man, breaking that down, we get the same numbers once again, 83 and 38. That same 83 and 38. murder by numbers. He was giving you clues. He was giving you hints that he was gonna be murdered. Right? He was giving you clues. And pay attention to the fact that pickleball equals 187 when 187 is the code for murder in California. That's the same place where he died, Los Angeles, California.
So why they come out and say Jamie was playing pickleball? Huh? And then they came out with they clone Tyrone. Man.
All the clues is there that Matthew Perry was murdered. This is the same clue. This is the same thing that Jamie Foxx's daughter said pertaining to Jamie Foxx's mysterious medical condition that we still don't know to this day what the hell he was in the hospital for. We still don't understand that.
They say he
right?
was playing.
But Jamie Foxx,
bro, when have y'all ever heard of this? Please tell me, bro. Text my phone if you know me. Drop it in the comments. Send me an email. When you ever heard of this, bro? What is pickleball, bro?
Daughter said the same thing, that he was playing pickleball. These people are speaking in code, and they're letting you know what's really going on behind the scenes. They're saying something without saying too much at the same time. Right? Well, come on. Come on. Right? Because if we break down the date numerology that Matthew Perry passed away on, he passed away on 61 date numerology, and the total span of his life was 650 months. Just like, once again, the character that he was most known for, Chandler Bing. Chandler Bing equals 61 and 65. Now, Matthew also passed away on a day leaving 64 days remaining, just like his first and last name, Matthew Perry, equals 64. Just like the word kill Matthew Perry. But come on. Right? Because once again, like I said, man, he passed away on the full moon. Right? So this was a full moon ritual. Pay attention to the fact that the other date numerologies as well are 81 and 45, just like the word ritual. Also, full moon ritual equals 81 in the reverse reduction cipher. But come on. Right? Because even if we look at Jennifer Aniston and we look at Jennifer's name, even her name equals 81 and 45 date numerology as well. So this is the person that's going to harvest the most energy off of this ritual, is Jennifer Aniston. Come on. Right? Because Jennifer Aniston was born on the 42nd day of the year. Now we know what this number alludes to in the context clues as it pertains to black people. But let's look at how the number 42 connects in this situation. Because Jennifer Aniston was born on the 42nd day of the year, just like the show Friends equals 42, and she happens to be the star from the show. Just like how Matthew Perry passed away 42 weeks before his next birthday. Just like the word Friends equals 42. He was a sacrifice for the sitcom. For the success, for the show. It always has to be somebody that's left behind in the dust. With all these sitcoms, it's always somebody that dies from them. And I understand death is a part of life.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just crazy how Kinfo be just doing. I don't know, bro. It's crazy how he be putting it. And then it's always like the same numbers, like in certain situations. It's crazy. And then he be showing them their birthdays, and I don't know, bro. It's just, shout out Call Me Kinfo, bro. Y'all check him out. But yeah, I came across this Black Balloon video. He just dropped talking about Dave Chappelle. Talking about this is why they cloned him. I don't necessarily think he a clone. I'm not gonna say that, but I want to see what he say. I want to check it. I want to check this out. See where he coming with this.
What is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, y'all. Now, as promised, you know, to a couple of good people in the comments who were telling me just to, you know, keep the series going on the cloning stuff, basically stay on their necks, right? In this video, I remember, I think from the first video we dropped on the cloning stuff, you know, maybe a week or so ago, right? Some of y'all were talking about the part where I mentioned we were eating cloned dairy products. You know, we were eating cloned meat from cloned animals, right? Dairy, red meat, so on and so on, pork, all that good stuff, right? And y'all mentioned that Cat Williams talked about it in one of his stand-ups. I did find the clip. So I want to play that clip. Then I also want to play a clip where Cat Williams talked about cloning on the Theo Von podcast. If y'all remember a while back, I did a video and we reacted to something from the Theo Von podcast, and I think it was more into the trafficking side of things, right? Also, y'all already see who's on the screen right now, Dave Chappelle. So I did a little bit of digging, and it wasn't too hard to find a clip that a lot of people talk about that was kind of scrubbed off the internet. Or, you know, the algorithm just makes it really hard to find, right? So the clip was from Dave Chappelle's cousin. Now, at first, I was thinking maybe this is just going to be a random guy just saying they're Dave Chappelle's cousin and all this good stuff, right? But the clip sounded very convincing. And he goes on to talk about how him and Dave, you know, were like very close cousins, how he believed Dave Chappelle was cloned. Just a very interesting 6 or 7 minute clip to listen to. So I figured on the back half of this video, we'll get a little bit into Dave Chappelle. So this video I was just going to use to kind of circle back on some of those topics. I don't think I ever really did a full video like discussing Dave Chappelle and him being cloned. So this video will, you know, we'll kind of take a portion of the video to go into that as well. This video will get us into the next video that I think I'm going to drop on Sunday. A lot of y'all were bringing up the Cabbage Patch Kids, and I found some other stuff that was very interesting about that topic. Now, don't go spoiling it for everybody else, commenting about that video under this video, and I appreciate y'all for noticing this kind of stuff, but bear with me. Save those comments for Sunday. We're going to get into all of that, all right? I want y'all to give me y'all thoughts and opinions on this video today. So, look, we'll go ahead and we'll jump into some stuff with Cat Williams. You know, his opinion on cloning and all that good stuff. Y'all know he does a very good job telling the truth in disguise of jokes. So with that being said, check this out.
Real shit beat real shit, because these motherfuckers are attacking real shit at every motherfucking angle. They had a story on CNN 3 weeks ago that said the USDA has approved the sale of clone meat to the American public. What? See, I was high when I originally saw the story. So I waited all the way till I came down to re-look at the story, and it still fucking said the USDA has approved the sale of clone meat to the American public. Ain't that about a god? You raggedy motherfuckers would feed. You gonna feed? We saw the movie Multiplicity. We know what the fuck clone mean, motherfucker. It mean retarded. You gonna feed us the retarded ass clone cow meat now? And I thought niggas was gonna tear up the streets and riot and shit, and nothing fucking happened. These motherfuckers, you gonna feed America the clone? Ain't it motherfuckers starving in other countries that we could have gave the goddamn retarded clone meat to first? to see if that was gonna work out. They ain't got shit to eat. They don't give a fuck. You can't feed it to us first, you motherfuckers. And some of you same niggas gonna be eating the shit out that goddamn clone meat and talking shit about, nigga, fuck that, nigga. The clone meat is delicious, nigga. They put the garlic in the cow as a baby, nigga. You ain't even gotta season it. It just already grow up garlicky and delicious, nigga. They don't give a fuck about us. You know the clone meat gonna be cheap as shit, nigga. Fuck that. I went to McDonald's, got the McClone combo for 19 cents, nigga. Had 11 big-ass Big Macs in it. It was wonderful. That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Feed your baby the retarded-ass clone cow meat and see what the fuck happened. You gonna be wondering why your daughter's 4 years old, weighs 611 pounds, got a little horn coming out her motherfucking braids, and the bitch can't do her alphabet correctly. Just A, B, C, D, Cause you fed that bitch the retarded-ass cow meat.
I remember that.
Watch 100 plus channels of live TV,
It's
your favorite
crazy to
sports,
see that
movies,
now.
and more, with no hidden
Back
fees
then
or.
and where we at now, living right now in the times.
Now, I
we
won't
living in
spend too
now,
much
bro.
time
That's
breaking
crazy.
up the video right here, but I did want to say this, right? Now, if you think about it, he did that stand-up back in 2008.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
you know, that's a long time ago, right?
That's
a lot of
crazy.
us,
We
we were in high school,
25 now,
middle
bro.
school,
And look
you
at
know,
the time
young.
we living in now.
We didn't know anything about this stuff. So you have to think about why. First off, he's on stage bringing up something that I'm pretty sure 98% of that crowd never heard of. People don't pay attention to the news, CNN articles. And we're talking about back in 2008. There was no Instagram pages announcing all kind of news that's important. There was barely even Twitter at that time. You know, it was Facebook, so on and so on, right? Nobody knew. So we got to ask the why question. Why did they approve cloned meat? Did we... It's like, man, did we run out of real chickens and cows a long ass time ago and we just didn't know? You know, every cow and chicken on the farm is a product of a cloned, you know, chicken, cow, whatever. They're all cloned now at this point. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm making light of it a little bit, but we got to ask why. 2008, y'all, they didn't care. They went right to McDonald's after that show. That flew over their heads. They were, you know, probably a funny joke to them. Maybe a few went home and got on their computer or phone and looked it up. But we're talking about 2008. They approved for cloned meat, you know, to be consumed. So that means by 2008, the market was already flooded with cloned products. Cloned animals, eggs, chicken, everything. We have to ask why. Is anything even, you know, natural today? You know, is it all now just completely bullshit, completely cloned and GMO products? I know this is a topic that is talked about a lot and it's been stressed a lot, but man, I can't believe that back in 2008, it was probably already so bad, you know, that they went ahead and approved it. That means it was already being done for a long time before 2008. So it just makes you really wonder, you know, what are we eating? How bad has it been that, you know, we didn't know about this stuff? You know, things that's going on right now with the eggs and, you know, I think Cat Williams, he did another one where he was talking about chicken, like there was a chicken wing shortage or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe I could throw that clip in here as well, because Cat Williams seems to notice all of this stuff and decides to put it out in his stand-ups because he knows, you know, he's good at it. It's a way people are going to laugh at him, but he's really sitting there telling you some real shit.
Yep. And they lie to all of us. Some of us. Look at white people. Not us. Yes. All of us. They lie to us all together.
I'm saying this too.
They told all of us in here, there's a chicken wing shortage. look at people of all races and religions, genders and creeds all agree. They damn sure did say that. They told all of us it's a chicken wing shortage. And no matter how much we all love chicken, we didn't riot in the streets.
I know signs and symbols, and I'm looking at the jacket.
We didn't burn burger places down. We just believed them. But liars always leave a clue. They think they smarter than them is. They said to all of us, there is a chicken wing shortage. Did you notice they did not say it was a shortage of chickens?
Shout out Black Balloons, man. Putting this together for us, bro.
Said it was a chicken wing shortage. But they did not say it was a shortage of chickens. Now, I know some of y'all don't grow up on the farm. Maybe you don't see a chicken every day. But try to envision in your mind what a chicken looks like. Because if a liar can get you to believe some shit, they don't stop there. They double down. Just so you knew they was lying, they said some shit next that don't even make mathematical sense. They said there's a chicken wing shortage, but we got plenty thighs. Look, I'm not a farmer or a scientist, but I will tell you this. All chicken wings come from a chicken. They get 2 wings, 2 thighs. Don't start talking about you got a whole bunch of thighs. Where the fuck you getting these spider leg chickens from?
And I just, man, when you really sit there and think about how long it's been going on, y'all, it's mind-blowing because we were kids at the time. We had no idea, man. We rolling up to McDonald's and all that good stuff, and we putting this shit in our body regardless, right? So, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time right here. We'll jump into the next clip on the podcast he did with Theo Von. I'm going to have to put an image over it. Because of copyright, but I thought it was pretty interesting to the topic. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Then we'll come back and switch it up and talk about Dave Chappelle. All right? Check this out.
It's people who profit from the manipulation of others.
Hey, the image you chose is crazy, Black Balloons. Crazy.
By getting you to believe something that's not the case. And that's how they make their living. And it is now a difficult time for those entities.
Do you think that there is actual cloning going on?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or
no, that's been
that's not a conspiracy theory that we are at the point where we have no problem cloning animals. If you lose a pet, you can send away to these companies and they'll
fucking remix that bitch and send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
At as close a proximity as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Right? That we know is possible. Okay. So now
through Viagen Pets right there.
So that's in the animal world. So now in the human world, we know that there are multiple surgeries that we know we can replace this with that. All the way up to, what's our last achievement? Is it heart? The guy passed away with a pig heart. But it worked for, I'm saying.
Let me see that. Bring up that pig-hearted guy. Right
Pig
there.
heart, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that. That's crazy.
Two people have received a
genetically modified pig heart transplant. David Bennett and Lawrence Fawcett. Both were performed in Maryland.
So there's not.
The evidence is there.
Very much left on what it would take as far as abilities go. So,
do you think there's any artists now that you think are not the same artists that we thought they were?
If we're only speaking of biology, I've heard that a man's G-spot is in his anal passage, which means I'm gonna go my whole life without ever experiencing it.
Yeah.
By the same token, everybody is a reflection of what they gotta go through to get to where they at, right? And I just know that the people that have been in positions where they decided to do some stuff that they said they weren't gonna do, they don't be the same on the other side.
Now, I'll treat this part the same. I don't want to spend too much time on, the things that Cat Williams was saying. It's pretty clear to see. I definitely did notice in that podcast, especially when they were talking about the cloning stuff, you could tell he kind of was picking and choosing what he wanted to say carefully. I still think cloning amongst the industry and, people who really know, it's still something that is kept secret. This is, I believe, to be one of the ultimate truths that they really don't want you to know they're doing. So I definitely saw that he was picking and choosing what he said, especially when he said when rappers agree to do things that they said they would never do, they end up not being themselves on the other side of that equation. So I think that is pretty clear that he's saying yes. When Theo Von asked, are some of these rappers and stuff not, or some of these artists, are they not who we think they are? He was basically saying yes. Some of these guys are cloned. They are not the same people. And when you look at this picture of Dave Chappelle right here, remember when I was saying we don't have to look at them and look at the ears, look at the eyes, look at the skin tone, one dark skin, one brown skin. We don't got to do that stuff no more. We don't have to. It's we can make the videos for content and pick it all out just so people can see it a little bit more clear.
Bro, they went on a rampage. It was literally a rampage, bro. That's the only word I can think of. These videos, I want to say 4-5 years, or that's what I'm saying. Check them out, bro. They went on, it ain't only him. It was Conscious X, I Expose the MCs, Mag, Bitter Truth, Black Balloons. I stumbled across Calvin Kinfolk kind of at the end of all of that, but they was all talking about the cloning and the mask wearing, and you gotta do your research on that. But that's what I'm saying. I've been watching them for a long time, but I would say out of all of them, Black Balloons, me personally, my opinion, Black Balloons and Call Me Kinfolk, the way they approach everything is kind of like, it's on the bias side, but it's like they just be sharing their opinion and just kind of like putting fact behind it, like showing you their facts. So that's why I kind of like lean towards them and watch their content. But y'all can check out Conscious X and I Expose the MCs and Mag Bit of Truth. I might show a couple Mag videos, but it's kind of hard to find them because they took a lot of those down. But yeah, y'all check them out. My bad. Y'all. Let's get back in tune with the video with Black Balloons.
But we know it's true. We know this guy was cloned. This guy on the right is not Dave Chappelle. There will always be little things you will notice. I mean, it's clear as day. Before we start this clip, I just want to say it's clear as day, y'all. I don't care how old the picture is to the left of Dave or how updated it is of this guy on the right. Bro, this is not the same person. I mean, just look at Dave Chappelle on the left. Look at them eyes. You know, look at the eyes, man. Dave almost got like a little cocked eye on the left-hand side. Look at this guy on the right, man. It's completely a whole nother person, y'all.
Comedy Central, that everything was going to be all right. And I'm believing that David signed that contract thinking that. And when he signed that contract, they wanted David to go and look at something else. It could have been maybe telling him that maybe it was a new studio or something of some kind or what have you. But they got David, after signing the contract, you can say in blood, and David thinking that he's just signing the contract because things were going to work his way. And then once he signed the contract, they took him someplace else, and the place that they took him to was to the underground lab. And when they got him down there, they cloned David. And when they clone a person, and I want you to do your research, it's not like cloning, it's not like when a woman gets pregnant and they either eject her or, for her to
Who is this speaking though?
have a
I don't know who is speaking.
clone or the baby girl, however that goes. It's not like that.
If he said it.
Cloning today only takes
I missed that.
a couple, maybe to several hours to be cloned. Well, this is what I strongly believe they did to David. They took him to this underground lab. And what they did is just smiling in his face and just going along with David so that David would not yield up or fight or this sort of thing. And they cloned him. And once they cloned David Chappelle, then they killed David Chappelle. Okay, and once they killed David Chappelle, that was it. Now they could do anything. It only takes a few hours to do this. And once they did this, then they had full control of this new Dave Chappelle. When David first met with the executive, he signed his name in blood. I'm telling you all, no, he did not. When David first met, when they offered him the $50 million, no, he did not. No, he did not sign his name in blood. And I'm wondering if he signed his name in blood, even when the second time he met these executives. Because now, if David refused on the first time, and he told me that he was finished with him, and then he told me that, the only way he would go back, and I always believe, because David had no reason to lie to me, his wife, or his mother, or any of his family. So, but now, when he went back the second time, and I believe David refused, but, they had to clone him. And then once they clone him, this is what I'm thinking too, maybe this is a second phrase that maybe I'm thinking of, that when they cloned him, then they got the clone to sign David's name for not only $50 million, but the $60 million as well. Okay, and so this new person that you see out, let me say this. I had not heard from David when he was supposed to have met with the executives the second time, and Dave promised me and assured me he would call me to let me know the outcome. I have not heard from David since. When I turned my television on and I saw this man there on some kind of show, and he had one pants leg rolled all the way down and the other one rolled all the way up, and they said this was Dave Chappelle. I said, Dave, who? And I went to the television and I looked, and I said, hell no, that ain't no David Chappelle or no Dave Chappelle. No, hell no. And so I got on the cell phone and I called my cousin David. And I called, the phone rang and it rang and it rang. I think it was maybe on the fourth or fifth ring that someone picked up the telephone and said, hello. I said, yeah, let me speak to David. And the person on the other end said, who are you? I said, I'm David Chappelle's cousin. And the phone clicked. It clicked. It went dead. So I called the number right back up again, and the phone rang, and it rang, and it rang. I never got in contact with David. Now, I called David's brother, William. You know, didn't get an answer from him either. I don't know what had happened, but I didn't get an answer from him. But when I saw this man on television with one pants leg all the way down and the other pants leg rolled up, I knew damn well that was not my cousin, not my Uncle William's son. Hell no. And when this new Dave had his pants leg rolled up, that was a symbol of the Masons. Now, David Chappelle was a practicing Muslim. My cousin Felicia, she's a practicing Muslim all the way. You see, David has children that has Muslim names. Now, why would all of a sudden this David turn from Muslim to Mason? It didn't add up. Okay, and then when they began to show this new Dave pictures of him, and I knew doggone well that wasn't David Chappelle.
Of opinion. But Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us. And until we deal with that, until we deal with the fact that a devout Muslim who doesn't eat bacon was accused of being a crackhead, until we establish the fact that they said that he went to Africa to smoke cocaine when we know they don't have running water and food over there, when they don't have paved roads over there. You saying he flew past Chicago and Miami and LA and New York and Detroit. You saying he went past Cleveland and Fort Pierce, Florida, and he went past Okeechobee and Oakland. You saying he went to another country where they're not eating? Right. You talking about somebody who has a wife and children, 5 children, and lives on a farm, doesn't live here in Hollywood. You saying you convinced people that person was an insane crackhead? Wow. And he hasn't been on movies and TV for 8 years? Is that correct? Wow. Okay, then don't tell me about what you want to tell me about. I just watched you decapitate the king in front of me. And then act like he's supposed to catch up and be a regular comedian like everybody else. But no. He didn't go for that. That's not how it went. He was out there with us for 20 years. They called him Pilot Boy because he had 19 pilots in Hollywood, and everybody passed on him and said his show wasn't worth it.
What do you think of
Then when he made $500 million, they said even though his contract said he should get half of it, they said he made too much for the contract to be valid, so we'll offer you 10% of what you made. You mean he made $500 million and they offered him 50? Yes. And he said, what do you think my fans are going to say when they find out you offered me 10% of what I made you? And they said, your fans will believe that you're a crazy crackhead by the time you get home.
You could make me and other ads like this disappear right now if you only knew my little secret. I mean, we all hate them, right? These things that...
I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, I rock with Dave Chappelle, bro, but that new Dave ain't funny, bro.
And I thought it was one of the wildest stories I've ever heard out of Hollywood. Said Dave Chappelle made Comedy Central
his comedy is gone.
$500 million.
He got old.
His contract was written to receive half of that 500, but they just came out of left field and said, "You made too much for this contract. We didn't predict you would make this much money and give you half of everything. We was thinking, maybe you'll make 100 million, cool, we can give you 50. But they said there is no way we will give this black comedian $250 million. They I don't even understand that. It's in a contract, or who knows, how contractual it was at the time. Maybe that was the whole, confusion about Dave Chappelle denying 50 million, denying 60 million 2 times. And could be the reason why they got rid of him, cloned him, so he could sign those contracts in order for them to continue to have the right to receive money from those shows, from the Dave Chappelle Show, Comedy Central. Who knows? There has to be a little bit more details behind it on why they still needed him to sign the contract, which ultimately resulted in them cloning.
I don't know. I mean, he say that made me think they wanted to keep making money off his name. That's why they did the Netflix specials. But the show, what he made, what he did before, if they did, I'm not gonna say this is true, but obviously they cloned him before the Chappelle Show. I mean, after the Chappelle Show was done, after he made the 500 million, because they they didn't even want to mess with the show. We heard that they didn't even want to mess with the show. So he made the 500 million. They oh, he went crazy. Boom. So they did. He didn't want to mess with him because they trying to get him 10% of it. He 500. Come on, Rollo. 500 million. I made 500 million. You trying to give me 50? Nah, I'm good. So boom. It seemed like they was all right. They wanted to keep making money off of him because of his name, because he generated so much money. But it's you make a clone, and just say they did, hypothetically, they made a clone of him, bro. That comedy that he put on the Chappelle Show, if this you put somebody consciousness into a clone, whatever the case may be, how they doing this, bro. Okay, say it's this consciousness, it's not gonna really, it can't connect to those skits and where he was getting that from, bro, what he experienced through his life and all that, bro. That clone can't recreate that. So that's why they can only do those stand-ups. He couldn't even make that. Why wouldn't they make another Chappelle Show if he came back? He oh no, I'm just gonna come back and do Netflix specials and stand-ups. No, you get what I'm saying, bro. So I don't know, man. This is crazy. I don't know. I rock with Chappelle, bro. I wish he did come back and do another show. But let's finish the video out and see what he say.
And possibly even killing off the real Dave Chappelle. Or better yet, just because you said, hey, I'm not gonna sign shit for 50 million when y'all owe me 250.
Right.
I'm not signing a damn thing. I'm done with Hollywood. I'm gone. That could have just been enough reason right there. Hey, lure him back, take him where they gotta take him, decapitate him, as Cat Williams said, clone him, and now they can continue to use his services. Now they can use that signature.
They ain't gonna make no.
Now whoever this Dave Chappelle is now is, back doing comedy on Netflix, so on and so on. But you can see that's exactly what they did. They lied about everything on how Dave Chappelle supposedly went to Africa, turned him into what he was actually doing on his shows, a crackhead.
His stand-ups before he had Chappelle Show was funny.
But, like I said, that has to be one of the most crazy stories right there. That, they don't think you are worth anything. They made $500 million off his back and said, here, we will give you 10%. And we're going to keep the rest. That is insane.
They couldn't even give him 100, bro. That's crazy. Shout out Black Balloons, man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, bro. Man, that's crazy, bro. I don't know, man. All I know is, I don't know, Dave Chappelle, he definitely don't seem the same.
Let's go, Adam. You ready? You ready? Let's fight! Let's go, buddy.
Let's go, Sam.
Right there. Sam, stand up. Don't let him get you on the ground. Don't let him, don't get you hurt. There you go. There you go.
Back to work. Good work. Good work. Go, Sam.
Right back to strike. Right back to strike.
Yeah, finish. Good.
Nice balance.
That's right, Sam. Talking about. Let's go, baby.
Get that nurse.
Waldo, coming from Apex, North Carolina, here to support Street Peace.
Big Daddy William, fighting out of California, just coming to show what I got.
Hands up, Waldo. Hands up. Come on. Hey, throw that jab.
Throw that jab, Waldo.
Jab.
No friendly punches.
Hands up. Put that jab out. Put that jab out there, yo. Jab. Keep it out. There you go. Body shot. Yeah. Body shot.
Make it count.
It don't hurt, Waldo. Hands up. Hands up, Waldo.
No remorse, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's Big Beach out here, coming out of Charlestown, West Virginia. Doing this for my pops. Let's get it.
Mouthpiece, you ready? Mouthpiece, you ready? Let's work. Keep your legs
Give the back down.
Take yourself in all the time.
Give him that body jump. Give him that body jump. Give him that jab. Give him the jab.
Oh, yeah, I'm finna see after this. Crunch.
Ain't nothing like that.
All you fight with glory.
Oh, I saw this. Oh, let's see fight again. I saw this one.
Yo, it's Zaytoven 5'8", 145. I wanted to do something that scared me out here. You know, I've been in street beef for so long. You know, it made me an elite striker, in my opinion. But we doing.
Yes, that gay ass dancing is perfect.
Hey. Let's go, boy! Oh my God! Stoppage. Let's get the face out frame out. Nah, I don't know.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Watch the end of this. I ain't gonna keep watching those. I seen them already.
Convenient auto. Oh, shit. Hey, we came here to have fun. That's what we did.
My first fight. I'm hoping it's gonna go really well. Watched a bunch of YouTube, sparred with some friends, and we'll see how we do.
Fighter ready? Fighter ready. Let's go.
Go, guys.
Sit for it.
Go, X. Don't let him play no.
Oh, stop. You ate that.
He knows.
You got it. And it's 2-5.
Let your nuts jerk.
Ready? Ready? Let's go again.
You ate that. You ate that.
Hands is down. Hey, look. Hands is down. Don't let him be that wild, X. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Hey, stay on top. Stay on top. Get aside. Get aside. Yeah, get the legs on the control. Yeah. Doing good, X. Keep them arms for the punches. Keep his arms trapped. You know he got the knockout. Get his mouth. Get him full mouth. Get him full mouth. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Keep control. Keep control. Keep your base. Keep your base. Keep your base. Take that off. Take that off. There you go. Sprawl. Sprawl. All right. Take that off. Take that off. Don't get too comfy on the back.
Throw that hand. Throw that.
Oh, you got it.
Watch
Exit on the side. Keep working. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Put that foot up. Put that leg up.
All right.
Defense.
Put your hips into it. Get him down. That's legal.
He said that's legal.
Kick out. Kick out. Kick out. Kick him. Yeah, there you go. Kick out. One more. Hey, go for it. Go for it. Kicks to the thigh. Ain't no friends in it. Hey, man. 30 seconds.
He's talking about ain't no. He's trying to snake. Bro, he tried to snake him in the middle of the fight, bro. He talking about ain't no friends, ain't no friends.
Come on, Mick.
Oh my God, bro. What am I watching?
Try that try. 10, 9, 8, 7.
He steady slamming his head to the gate, bro. Punch it, bro.
2, 1. Stop.
They tired.
Second round. Fight's ready.
Tired, bro.
Let's go. Go, guys.
You think they be ready to throw him, bro? They're tired.
No, you good. You good. Hands up. You want to move. Are you waiting?
Bro, he tired.
Are you waiting?
Ooh.
Down.
I mean, 10, 50 seconds.
He was a great fighter. Way strong out there. He was packing me. I just got lucky with my creativity. That's all.
No, bro.
Killer Kyle, 5'9", 190 pounds. Just here to put in some work. Nothing crazy. If it's a win, it's a win. If it's a loss, not gonna matter. Just here for it.
Sign the line, represent 5'7", 6 foot, 210. Let's get it, baby.
You ready? Fighter ready? Glove up or shut up, baby. Let's go. You gotta use that power, Kyle.
Body shot, body shot. There they go, there they go. Oh, it's over with. It's over.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, get aggressive, 5.
They trying to get all dynamic with the camera angles and stuff now.
Hey, you good? First round's the sharpest he's gonna be. Let's go. Get him, Kyle. Show him what's up.
Uh-oh. They coming back. Here they come. Here they come. They coming. They coming. Bow. Bow.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He don't want to get up. Just skip the 10. Just skip.
That's it, guys.
Just skip the 10. He don't.
Shout out my crew right here. Yeah. 7'5", baby. Let's go.
Good shit.
Good shit, bro.
Just skip the 10. He do not want to get up, bro.
178. Oh, man. One time for the one time. That's the name. Height. 6'2".
Put one of
weight,
these in every neighborhood, man. Put the guns down,
I'm just here to
man.
represent 614 Columbus,
That man don't want to get
172
up.
local iron workers.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, man. I said back up, bro. Back up. Okay, hold on. He good. He's straight.
Ref called it. Blood for the blood god, mine or yours. Either way, he's happy. 172. I'm sorry.
6'5", 173. Honestly, sure to have fun. 5'9", 160 pounds. Fight name, division, and I don't know. We're gonna see.
Let's come together. Please touch gloves. Back up. Y'all both know the rules. All right.
Let's get it popping. I got real take the center, dude. Second nature, bro. Like I said, you try to take TikTok. They got
Boy, you was gonna eat those? Oh my goodness, boy. He didn't come in there to play with you. What you thought was gonna happen? Why are you standing still getting punched?
Hey, not on the chin, bro. Take him on the chin like
this way for me.
Over there?
Step this way.
Bro, he just stood there and took
You're fine. Hey, you can't
3 hooks to the face.
Alright, fellas.
Yeah, it's over. That's not gonna be, bro, why would y'all let him do that, bro? He gonna kill him, bro.
Medic!
Yeah, medic.
Go to ball! Talk about!
I'd like to apologize. I got hype.
Man, appreciate y'all made it to the end, bro. Shout out to my Pearl Up family. Y'all go check out Call Me Kinfo. Subscribe to his channel. Shout out Black Balloons. Go check out my boy Perky on the TikToks. Dre OG Reacts. I am Q Half. I Trek. Y'all go check them out, bro. Subscribe to their channels, man. They dropping them daily. And go back and do research, man. I'm gonna be checking in some more of that gematria with the parlays and share my information. But yeah, man, appreciate you if you made it to the end of the video. You already know I'm gone.